Next up at UFC Vegas 109, we have Panama's own Joselyne Edwards taking on Priscila Cachoeira. Joselyne Edwards 15-6 in her career, 3-2 in her last 5. She is riding a 2-fight win streak, taking on Priscila Cachoeira, 13-6 in her career, 3-2 in her last 5. She's coming off that bounce back win over Joselyne Edwards. I'm a Joselyne guy. I have picked her in most of her fights. I have enjoyed her as an underdog more than one time. I think Joselyne Edwards is a pretty good fighter, and she is a pretty good fighter. She's a good striker. She's got a nice wide variety of strikes. She uses kicks really well. She throws jabs out there. She throws in combinations. She works your body. If she gets inside, you can make it a little bit of an ugly fight. If you get past the guard, you get past the kicks, you can stay in her face. But the reality is, the knock on her has always been her takedown defense, and not only has she somewhat corrected that, she's added offensive takedowns as well. She's coming off that finish win over giant-ass Chelsea Chandler, where the striking and the grappling looked fantastic. Priscila Cachoeira, on the other side of that cage, powerful striker, heavy pressure, throws big punches. She's got real power for this division. She is kind of finished or bust, but the reality is she's just going to move forward, swing away, get in your face, and not going to have really much technique about it. She's basically Jessica Andrade. She's relying on pressure and power. She's relying on bully techniques to get the fight done. Priscila Cachoeira is the zombie girl for a reason. She's coming off that knockout win over Joselyne Edwards, where she was bombing 1-2s before landing a beautiful uppercut. This is another fight. The odds seem a little bit wide. I am on the Joselyne Edwards side. She's somebody, as I mentioned, that I have picked and bet on in the past. My one and only concern here, Joselyne's the better striker. Joselyne does have offensive wrestling. Priscila has some wrestling holes. Joselyne's a good fighter, through and through. My one and only concern is Priscila might just literally get in her face, not give a shit. And if Joselyne's trying to be technical, trying to stay on the outside and can't, because Priscila's in her face, this fight could be weird. I mean, it could get technique out the window, dirty pressure, weird. I'm picking Joselyne Edwards. Priscila Cachoeira is a real pain in my ass here. What do you think, Jacob?
Yeah, I actually like Joselyne here. I've been trying to figure out how I want to better what the play is, because Priscila, everyone knows, she just sits on a right hand. That's all she got, just a right hand. She doesn't come with crazy pressure, with crazy volume. She just stalks you and cocks that right hand. She's either going to fucking throw it up the middle or just bomb a right hand over. I do worry a little bit because Joselyne has kind of gotten like a little bit of a mean streak to her. I know that Vidal fight there was like some actual beef between the two of them, but the way she fought that fight, the way she fought that Chandler fight and stuff, when there's like a brawl's happening, like she will sit down and brawl, and Priscilla's the one person, it's like, just don't give her the chance. Like, don't, just like Mackenzie Dern, like, don't go to the ground with her. Like, that's her best chance to win the fight. Can she maybe win it some other ways? Yeah. But her best way to win the fight is if you just let her land that right hand. So stay on the outside, wait for her to get frustrated and throw it. Level change. Joselyne's got really nice level chains. And if she gets on top of this girl, I know Joselyne in the past has had issues staying on top of girls, losing positions, lost that fight versus Nora because she couldn't keep the positions. Against Priscila, she's going to be able to keep the position. So if she just gets the takedowns, gets the control, she can definitely dominate this fight. 30-27. She's zombie girl for a reason. I don't know if she's going to be able to find a finish, Joselyne that is, but she has every right to dominate this fight. Just stay away from the big right hand, and everything else should be gravy. And on a card like this, like, I trust Joselyne more than I trust like Udos.
I would trust. She's the more well-rounded of the two, for sure. And Uros is not more well-rounded than his opponent.
Because Joselyne, even if she gets hit, she's shown that she's a durable girl as well. So it's like, I'll tell you what, if Priscila fought Uros, I would pick Priscila, I think. She would land that right hand and knock him clean out.
That uppercut in her last fight was beautiful.
Yeah,
it was incredible.
It was a 5'4" Joselyne Edwards who was just running forward like this.
I get it, but it was nice. So this should be a fun fight. I expect them to absolutely get after it. We could have a weird card where the two women fights both go under. Joselyne Edwards, though, at $8,600, it's right there. It's a very tricky price point because if she does wrestle, which she can, she should, and she has wrestled more in her last 3 fights than she has in her entire career leading up to that, then she could score a ton of points here, especially if she somehow finds a finish. But if you want to check out every pick, every bet, every tool, WeWantPicks.com. Click Become a Member at the top. It is only $10 for an entire month, and you will instantly have access to every single thing the website has to offer.
By the way, I mentioned it before the last, I think, the fight, the last couple fights, that Joselyne was fucking hot. And that was when she had like the blown out blue hair and stuff like that. You couldn't really see it. And all of a sudden she showed up with braids, and I'm like, I told you guys. I fucking told you guys.